There we
I don't know
go.
how to delete them.
There we go. It's mine. There's another one. There's another one. I think that's all mine. Oh no, now, children. There we go. It's mine. That's all mine gone.
Ah, there you go. Yes.
So, Torin for Sergiesh, you notice this bit of the map that you've managed to fill in from the tops of Mbala.
The Aldani Basin and everything else.
The Aldani Basin and some of the jungle surrounding Mbala.
Cools!
Because you did have a look out and you had some time up there.
Sweet.
So now, where are you heading?
I turn to
Downtown.
I turn to Eku and I inquire, can she guide us to the valley between the Valley of Lost Armor and the Flaming Peaks or whatever the fuck they're called?
Well, I don't know of this Omu itself, but I do know where the other two locations are. I can certainly guide you southwards towards those, and we can hopefully find this hidden village, this hidden city.
Cool.
Sky Lizard Mountains. That sounds interesting.
It's also called the Spoon City.
Well,
I will literally shit a nut if that happens.
the Valley of Assaulted Cutlery.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, as the Guardian said, possibly the best option would be to go high over it and try and look down. So maybe if we aim for the peaks.
For the mountains.
We went to the peaks. Yeah. We could see from down there. Yeah, that's the best plan, really.
I agree.
I'm sorry, but when you said the Guardian, I thought of the Journal first. So it was strange. As the Guardian said, we have to go through the mountains.
To the garden centre.
Am I going to the garden?
Ida-hee, Ida-ha.
Thanks for the help there, Mr.
Da-da-da.
So you head off, and you spend a day travelling.
Okay.
Apparently, there's rumors about bromide and there that's starting to spread.
They're secretly in love with each other. That's what it is.
At the next camp, they share a tent.
Orcs and elves go so well together.
I don't share my tent with anyone.
Music that sounds strangely like Barry White is playing from the tent.
Strangely like Barry White played almost expertly on a flute.
Else's tent that night. No one knows why.
That's just Ben playing the flute.
Hang on. Can I play the flute to help their love? I'm going to play the flute to help their love. Right, there we go. Performance.
If you play the flute, I'm using my new short motor actually. Oh,
It's so symbolic. It works so well.
Honestly.
Riordan, do these attacks hit you?
They would hit me, yes.
I'm not attacking really. I'm just aiming for the flute.
Okay, roll damage for the flute.
I give 3 piercing damage to the flute.
Well, the flute has 4,000 hit points. That's right.
Riordan, you are expertly playing, or in your opinion, you're expertly playing the flute when suddenly you are holding half a flute.
What? I couldn't even dodge to get the flute out of the way of 2 blades.
You don't even notice them coming.
What's the armor class of a flute?
It's the same armor class as the person holding it.
Then yeah, I tried to save it, Riordan. I tried.
I don't think that a flute has more than 10 hit points. You can purchase a new flute.
Can I try and play just half the
when we eventually get back to civilization.
You never know when a flute will arrive.
I'm not even sorry.
Well, it just means that you two are not going to get my beer.
I don't drink.
So 2 days after you leave Orolunga, you're walking through a
Pumpkin patch.
a long twisting path through the forest, and you hear you hear a sound of an animal moving through the undergrowth, and it's not a huge animal. It's
The gargantuan animal.
it's not as it's smaller than a horse. It's smaller than a human. It's smaller even than a halfling.
Now that's small.
Interesting.
That's small.
That's small, huh?
Is that a frog? Because if it's a frog, run away.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that shit anymore.
I've got my hopes in what it is.
Is it a little black man again?
It is not.
Can we do
Oh,
a perception check?
At full speed, bursting into the path in front of you and riding directly at you, is a porcupine.
Oh,
And you look down at the porcupine, and you see that it is no ordinary porcupine.
This is a
This
savage one.
This is a dire porcupine.
this porcupine has a saddle and a saddlebag,
What?
and a tiny pixie is riding on the back of the porcupine, holding a quill in each hand,
It's living dangerously.
and just rides up towards you.
Remember, what's cute is dangerous.
I have my shield. I have my warhammer. I'm not like openly being threatening, but I'm defensive.
I
That's
have
not Tammy,
mine.
right? That's
I
not
started
Tammy,
waving.
That's
right?
not Tammy, no. Tammy is with
I
you.
start waving at the pixie.
And
I
about
have my hand on
What
my
does Tammy
on
think
the
of
hilts
this?
of my scimitar.
Tammy is looking out from behind your fur-covered cloak, going, "Who is that?"
Hmm.
I'm
And
sure that's not one of your friends, huh?
I've not been to this part of the world before, or this world before, actually.
You did just kind of rip her out of the Feywild.
I just got here.
Hey, that was not my fault. This is what the Fae wanted me to do, okay?
I'm not complaining. I've always wanted to see this place. The porcupine skids to a halt about 10 feet in front of you.
I like to think it makes a tire screeching noise.
It kind of makes a skid track and turns sideways. And the little
like in the Never-Ending Story, where they've got the racing snail and it comes to a halt. It's like,
and the pixie leaps off the back of the porcupine and lands on the ground in the center of the path in front of you,
3-point stance.
Yeah.
and bows deeply to you.
I bow back.
Bow cautiously, but you know.
"Hail, adventurers!" it says in a squeaky and high-pitched voice that I'm not going to be bothered to do.
Hail, adventurers!
Hail, adventurers!
Hail, adventurers!
Hail, adventurers! I am
Hail,
Quill.
adventurers!
I am Quill of the grand city of Plep.
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 Pleb?
Plep. Okay.
Plep.
Plep.
Pleb.
I am seeking adventurers in need of glory and excitement to accompany me on a grand quest.
What is this grand and glorious quest?
What is this? Yeah, what is this grand and glorious quest?
First, before I tell you of this grand and glorious quest, allow me to explain why I need to go on it.
Okay. We are all ears for you.
There was an accident 5 years ago, and I was caught in an errant fire, and I lost my wings. And you can see he flaps up the stumps of wings that have been burnt away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Out of character. Oh.
I've tried every magic that I can to regrow them, but nothing works. Nothing has worked. There have been recurring rumours over the past few months of people heading into the forest in search of a well of wishes, a body of water said to cure any illness and mend any wound, a place of hope for people like me whose ailments aren't being healed by traditional means. I've been talking to the squirrels around here, and they're fairly certain that the well of wishes is located not too far from here, but it's far too dangerous for me to travel alone.
I see.
Okay.
Where would this location be?
Slightly south of here.
Very well.
It's not too far out of our way.
No, exactly.
I can't offer you much in the way of gold, as such is sacred in Pelep.
Of course.
But I
So
can
sacred.
Understand that.
Left.
I can offer you access to the Pixie-linked astral network transportation system.
I what?
My
Say
good
what?
Dragonborn, have you not heard of the Pixie-linked astral network transportation system?
No.
It is a
Are
system.
you?
It is a system of transportation that can be used by pixies and friends of the pixies to travel to specifically magically enchanted trees all over Chult.
Would it be able to accommodate us?
If you are my friends and we allow you to use it, then yes, you are by all means able to use the Pixie-linked astral network transportation system.
In which case, this sounds like a wonderful deal. It could certainly aid us on our journey.
It does sound like a very good deal.
I think we
Wow.
should take this into consideration and go for it.
I mean,
I
considering
believe so, yeah.
considering we have no easy means to get. I mean, for example, with this particular system, are there any of these trees near Port Nyanzaru?
The big human place to the north. Yes.
A big settlement, yes, large settlement, big city.
Yes, yes. Yeah, there are trees near there. There are trees all over Chult.
And that could be very useful, and also
Sounds very helpful indeed.
it does sound exceptionally useful.
I think we
If we-
should
if we
not.
need- For example, if we get to Omu and then we find we need supplies, we could quickly go back to Nyanzaru and then get back.
I
I
agree.
think that's good. I think it's a good shot, so we better get going.
I
And
concur.
even then, it's not too far out of our way. I see no reason not to do this.
Yeah,
but
I
I-
Right,
think,
in which case,
But
everyone,
also at the
we
same-
understand.
Also, at the same time, can I do an inside check on him?
Oh, you can, yes.
Can I do an inside check as well?
I don't
Yeah.
think we need to.
Not
Alright, I'm gonna do an inside check.
There.
Short person.
Theodas is just, how did you get a saddle on a porcupine? Oh, fucking, what the hell is going on in fucking...
Hello. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome to the darkened corner of the tavern.
I'm in the darkened corner.
Whispers, 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 whispers,
Whispers.
whispers. Yeah, this is mostly just to slightly upset everybody else in there and basically make them think that Quill is up to no good. But
He's fine. He's on the level.
yeah, he's on the level. He's
It's everything that everything he said.
everything he
thinks-
says he believes to be true. Everything
That's
he
fine.
has said he believes to be true.
Yeah. Nice weather we're having, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get back to the action.
Why did you have to kill my flute?
I did not kill your flute, and I'm not the only one
Kill
doing
my
it.
flute.
Flute murderer.
Hello.
Look at him.
Hello.
Yeah.
Where
Hi.
you come from?
Hi.
You weren't a fighter. Get out of here.
I give him a scrutinizing look, and I think if everyone else is willing, I think we can do this.
I say, everyone, put it to the vote. Who says aye?
Aye.
Aye.
The eyes have it. We will help you, my friend.
I appreciate that greatly.
Come,
Oh.
jump to one of our shoulders and lead the way. We shall go quicker that way.
I will roll it. I will ride on Spike.
Appropriate name.
Be careful
Are
of
you
his
sure that
spikes.
he will be able to keep pace?
He's fairly fast when he needs to be.
If anything, you can probably move faster than we can.
Speak for
Probably.
yourself.
We better start.
Anyway,
Actually, yeah, speak for yourself.
right, in which case, we shall follow you.
Onward.
And he
And
turns and
There's a stock horse noise from the porcupine as he rears up.
Quick, we need coconuts. We need coconuts.
I can't make too much noise. It's late here.
I can't do it.
Yes.
I have nothing here. I have nothing here to facilitate this.
and you travel for the rest of the day.
Okay.
I just realised something. We've not rolled for initiative yet. I'm getting concerned here, John.
Good evening, Rekia Gaming. And Rekia Gaming says, good evening, John and D&D crew.
Hey,
Greetings.
Ricky.
Evening, Doff's cap.
You travel for the rest of the day, and in the evening, Quill spends most of the day asking you the same sort of questions that Tammy first asked you.
Oh, God.
Well, man, we'll let you sort this out.
Yeah,
Me?
because you have experience in that.
You have experience in such things. Goodbye.
I let Tammy deal with Quill.
Uh,
I mean, like, they're both fairies, so I guess they can just get along with each other.
okay, so Tammy rides on the back of Spike with Quill, and they ask each other questions.
I shoot them.
Neither of them answer those questions, but both of them are asking questions.
Both of them, they're talking, and each time that one of them gets close to the end of the answer, the other one asks a question that starts the answer off again. And as you settle in for the night, Quill gets down off of Spike and slowly unloads all of the items. All of the items that he has in the saddlebags, and basically you can see he's got pine cones, he's got fossils, he's got smooth stones, he's got shiny rocks, and he's got shiny leaves. And
Shiny. If he's got shiny rocks, we will lose Romad's attention for the night.
Excuse me, what? I didn't hear that properly.
If he's got shiny rocks, we'll lose your attention for the night.
Theatres, I'm not going to catch another axe for you.
and he takes a leaf, and he takes a quill from Spike's back, and he just starts writing down on the back of this leaf just literally a list of everything that he has collected in the bag. And
What are you doing there, my friend?
next to it he assigns a number. I'm taking stock of my things and their shininess.
I
Ah.
see.
It's
Is that an important thing to? Is that just a thing you do, or is it a thing that your people do in Plep?
in Plep, it's the more shiny things you have, the better you're standing. And I don't have my wings. Everybody else in Plep has their wings, and I'm mocked constantly for it. So
your
I
standing
collect
is mostly held by your shiny
things. Yes.
I see. I was just curious, man.
And yeah, he just makes a meticulously long list of shiny rock I found under tree, and shiny rock I found in middle of path, and random mushroom I got that looks a little bit like
Christopher Reeve.
plep leader's face, and he just makes this long list of random things that he's just picked up, and you get the feeling that this is like before he came across you guys, he was stopping every couple of minutes and just like, must find the well of secrets. Oh, shiny thing.
Oh, shiny thing. Oh,
Must
well, hang
find
on.
the well.
Shiny.
Oh,
God,
shiny.
This is me in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, shiny. Oh,
Um,
dragons. I'm easily distracted. This is literally me. I'm Quill, guys. I'm Quill.
I wonder, with my copper pieces, are they shiny?
the copper pieces are shiny.
What about the stuff I got from when I went skinny dipping? As if you don't know, I'm doing my quotation symbol, like finger
Bunny
quotation.
ears.
My bunny ear quotation.
When she went to feel her shaft.
I'm going feel her. What are you talking about? Him.
Feel his shaft. Sorry.
And
God
take
damn
it
it, man.
back.
It's still very
Empty
hard.
it.
It's still very difficult to to remember.
To know that.
To remember that female playing male. Female playing male.
And who said I was female? I'm a dragon.
Right.
Sean should know
I-
that.
Yeah. And dragons can have male and female.
I take my shiniest
Oh.
copper piece. No, actually, solid. I take my shiniest gold piece and give it to him.
His eyes light up.
What are those little dwarven ingots? I've
Something
got?
to remember, Spy. Once this is over.
Oh my word, thank you very much, my friend. I will not forget you for this.
We've got some onyx gems that we got from that thing. And we do have a spare. So
I'm not sure we could actually give too much to him.
I feel that he I want Quill going back and being fucking king of plep.
I'll go snoop around to see if I got something more worthy of making an amulet, and I pick whatever shiny things I find while I'm at it.
Okay, can you make me a... No, you don't find anything.
Second in a row.
I've got 2 on survival. I can try to do survival for you. Please, what?
You find some shiny things for Quill, but you don't find anything suitable for an amulet.
Okay.
Can I do a survival check to see if I can find something suitable?
Sure.
Wow, thank you guys.
You do find something useful. You note that there's you're going along and you see sort of blowing in the wind on the edge of this tree. There's a tuft of wolf fur.
Oh yeah.
As a wolf has run through this bit of the forest and rubbed
Just
up
some-
against this tree.
Loose fur is scruffed off.
Yeah,
Okay. I take the wolf fur.
and so that
No.
will work perfectly. You've got to get an amulet to sort of weave it into, but
It's an
I take
amulet.
the wolf
Oh,
fur and I give it to Philippe then. There, to help you in your quest.
Thank you so much.
But now I feel that it is time to wrap this. That's not the right button. That's the right button. Now I feel it's time to wrap this particular episode of Tomb of Annihilations to a close.
We didn't even fight, though.
You managed.
Even nearly die.
You managed a
I don't
week.
die this time.
You managed a week without dying and fighting.
In fact, the most damage that was done by our party to our party.
I didn't
Very
know
true.
that.
Actually, the most damage that was actually dealt was by that vine.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because
No.
he corrected it, didn't he? Yeah.
No. There was
Actually, no,
damage
correct.
done to my
The
flute.
flute. The flute.
Oh, the flute. The flute died.
The
flute
flute
died.
died, apparently.
The flute
Yeah,
died,
it's-
and it received the most damage out of everything.
So yeah, the flute died.
It will forever
Yeah,
stay in
but
my
that wasn't my
memory.
fault, that was basically someone else.
R.I.P. flute. But if we gain access to the network, we might better get back and buy him a flute.
Press F to pay respects to the flute.
Bro, you were mad.
I just go to and just go before we go finishing this. I just go to Ben and give him my flute.
Random Shans pressed F in the chat.
Aww.
Guys, thank you for hanging out and playing D&D with me. Thank you guys in the chat for hanging out and watching us play D&D. If you aren't already, please hit the follow button in the top corner. It will let you know when we are streaming.
I'm going to open that. Price for last person recorder.
No,
Normally, it is at this
you do
point.
it on the kazoo.
Normally, at this point, I say what I'm playing in the week. That we'll be back next weekend with the Storm King's Thunder. But next weekend it's MCM weekend, and so I won't be there. I'll be there at Comic-Con. I won't be here doing D&D. And I don't know what.
It'll just be me here next week.
It'll be you and Tanny.
Me and Tanny sitting around going, oh yeah.
Where's everybody else?
Wish we were adventuring and stuff.
It will be an awesome adventure between Kaelin and Fenflick, where we go out and do fuck all.
It won't be streamed.
We're gonna go out and have an epic rap battle with a bunch of
It's gonna be
goblins.
great. No, we're gonna go and have an epic rap battle with one of the evil dragons, and it's gonna be fucking great.
But
Fenflick's gonna win.
I
for
will
sure.
probably be back either Tuesday or maybe Wednesday to stream something, so that there's a stream this week. As I say, then I won't be back at the weekend because be at Comic-Con, and then we should be back to fairly normal streaming the week after. We will be back for Tomb of Annihilation in a fortnight's time. That will be the 3rd of June. So we'll be back on the 3rd for the next adventure of the Tomb of Annihilation
Crew.
In it. So we'll be back in the jungles of Chult.
Walk to the jungle.
Bye, guys.
Right, bye-bye. Be seeing you.
Bye-bye.
And before we fully go, let me just check and see if anybody's online. We want.
And before we fully go, please roll initiative.
Nope, we're clear. We're gonna go. We're just gonna finish. Nobody's
Everyone, before we close.
nobody's online to throw to. So